all the service elements, you can see all the sale elements. Now what you get is profit. Profit. Contract price minus all expenses, profit. This profit you bifurcate for this and this. You will get sale element as well as service element. Okay. Now see this. That is computation of service tax, and computation of VAT. How many possibilities you have? I am just telling. Option 1. Here for computation of service tax you can follow addition method. So when you are following addition method, you will be determining value of service. So that value of service you can exclude from the entire works contract and you can determine the value of goods. So here you can follow deduction method. Whereas second option, option 2, here you can follow deduction method, but to follow deduction method here you need the value of goods. So how will you get value of goods? That you have to do, that is addition method here. Both places deduction method, not possible. Option 3. Addition method. Here also addition method. Now, if you are following composition scheme, that is ad hoc scheme for computation of service tax, what about sales tax? Same composition scheme you have to follow, because here you are determining the value of service on a notional basis. Here you are determining the value of service on a notional basis. That notional basis may not be accepted by the state sales tax departments. Understood? That notional value may not be accepted by state sales tax department because VAT is under state government. So that particular state, say if you for the purpose of service tax, you can take a notional basis, you can tell 60% of the gross amount is the value of service, on that you can pay service tax. But immediately the state sales tax department will tell, no, we will not accept it. Tamil Nadu VAT government will tell, VAT department will tell, will not accept that. Okay, you are following composition scheme there, you follow please composition scheme here also for payment of sales tax. Okay, so once you are following composition scheme for computation of service tax, for computation of VAT also you have to follow composition scheme. Here also composition scheme. So this composition scheme means that is ad hoc scheme. Okay, understood now? Then we'll go to the book and we'll see how to determine under addition method. See here, cost of acquisition of goods plus profit margin relevant in the rate plus cost of transferring the property, all other expenses related to goods. It's only related to goods. In deduction method, contract price minus service charges. All service charges you will get value. Or you can use composition scheme also. What is composition scheme? On the entire value of the contract, a composite tax rate is payable. Okay. I have not given what is the composite tax rate because different states have different composite rates. Different states have different composite rates. For Tamil Nadu, if you see, they have a composite rate of 4%. 4% VAT. Okay. Under service tax, what you should do? Say if you are going for composition scheme and the value that is the nature of works contract is other works. Okay. What will be the service tax rate? 60% of 12.36, correct? Rate, I am asking not the value of rate. 60% of 12.36%, how much? 12.36 into 7.416 is the composite rate, understood? What is the logic? On the entire value into 60% into 12.36. Instead, if I want rate, what I can do? 60 into 12.36, you will be getting that rate. What is 7.416%. Under VAT, how much you should pay? 4%. Okay. On entire value, even under VAT also you have to pay on entire value, under service tax also you have to pay on entire value. So in total, what will be your burden? 11.416. Okay, this is one combination. Another combination. Suppose if you can identify sale element and service element, on service element how much you will pay? 12.36%. And on sale element how much you will pay? VAT rate prevailing there. Whatever the VAT rate. Not necessarily 14.5%. Different states may have different rates. Correct? And that too, for the purpose of taking VAT rate, we have two combinations. See there. When output tax can be computed separately for each item of goods, you can take each item, because there will be many goods. You can take each item and for different goods we have different sales tax rates. Or when output tax cannot be computed separately, then total value of goods will be subject to a single rate. Okay. In all the goods, whatever the goods, if you cannot bifurcate, then entire goods will be taxable at a single rate. Whatever the maximum rate in the state. Maximum sales tax rate will be there, right? So at that rate it will be taxable. Okay. So now on value of goods you have to pay sales tax. On value of services you have to pay service tax at 12.36%. This is option 2. Option 1, composition scheme, 7.416% plus 4%. Here, normal scheme. In a normal scheme, on value of services, 12.36%, on value of goods, the VAT rate. Now you have to see where your net tax liability is more. Both sales tax as well as service tax. Under which option you have more, you will prefer? You will not prefer that option. You will prefer that option where the net liability or tax burden is less. Understood, sir? Now, for the purpose of composition scheme, if you are opting for composition scheme, we will see what are all the consequences. Composition scheme applicable for each works contract and is optional. Okay. Same like there, composition scheme is applicable for each works contract, here also, under VAT also. Composite tax is calculated on the total value of the contract. Before opting for the composition scheme, the contractor must analyze the expenditure components like labor charges, hire charges for machinery and tools, cost of consumables, because if that element is high, he need to analyze the labor element. If the labor element is high, composition scheme is not advisable to him, because even on that also he will be paying the composite rate, VAT. Okay. Lastly, input tax credit on inputs and capital goods used in the works contract is not available. Superb point. So credit not available if you are going for composition scheme. What credit? Is it SENVAT credit? No, it is input tax credit. Already in the beginning of the class itself I told you what is SENVAT credit and what is input tax credit. What is SENVAT credit? Excise duty paid on inputs, service tax paid on input services and excise duty paid on capital goods. That is NVAT credit. What is input tax credit? VAT. VAT paid on inputs, VAT paid on capital goods. That is not available. Sir, if I am following normal scheme, whether input tax credit available? Yes. Whether input tax credit available? Yes. But if you are opting for composition scheme, input tax credit not available. Okay, fine. Sir, this I am taking based on the white paper on VAT. Different states will have different provisions. Okay, this is the reason why in November 14 exam they have clearly excluded value added tax. Because the value added tax provisions are not uniform for all the states. Different states are having different things. Even CA Institute have published a book, Works Contract under different states. For every state there are different provisions. If you want, you can download the book or you can buy the book. Works Contract under different states. Okay, so for one state the provision is not same. For two states, for every two states there is a change in the provision. Okay, but what are these, sir? These are based on the white paper on VAT. The structure, the basic structure will not change. I am discussing the basic structure. Whether credit available on inputs, whether credit available on capital good, all these things changes with respect to each state. But as per the basic structure given in white paper on VAT, white paper on VAT is the mother document. So based on that only they have tweaked some provisions and they made out different acts. TN VAT Act, AP VAT Act, KA VAT Act, like that. I am not discussing about a particular state VAT Act, but I am discussing about the white paper on VAT. Okay. So here they have given that input tax credit is not available on capital goods and inputs. We will have a look into the illustration. See this illustration. Even though the illustration appears to be big, but it's just a small case study, that's it. During the financial year 2010-11, a contractor has been assigned works contract relating to construction of an office building for rupees 20 lakhs by an awarder in order to execute works contract. The contractor makes the following purchases. So he is purchasing 4% taxable items, 12.5% taxable items. Means on his purchases he is paying 4%, 12.5%. List of goods. You can have a look. Bricks, iron and steel, grit, sand, masonry stone, flooring stone, cement, timber, etc. etc. And the total amounts to 9,40,000. Here 2 lakhs and here 9,40,000, and the VAT paid is also given. What is VAT paid? VAT paid on purchase. How we got 2,000 in the first case? 50,000 into 4%. Understood? And here it is 50,000 into 12.5%. Okay, next. In consideration of execution of works contract, the contractor receives 20 lakhs from the awarder against supplies and charges for labor and services. The contractor maintains proper books of accounts which show the following particulars. His gross turnover is 20 lakhs. Eligible deduction of charges towards labor and services 5 lakhs. Taxable turnover is 15 lakhs. So what method he is following for computation of VAT? Deduction method. As per deduction method, what he has done, he has taken the total contract price of 20 lakhs and he ascertained the value of services as 5 lakhs and the balance 15 lakhs. On 15 lakhs, he need to pay tax, VAT rate. And this division of taxable turnover, even on this 15 lakhs, entire 15 lakhs is not taxable at a single rate. They are telling in this 15 lakhs also a portion is taxable at 4% and a portion is taxable at 12.5%. They have given. See, all these things is not that we need to work out. This is a case study. Okay, just for understanding sake I am giving it here. Now calculate the net VAT payable. First find out input tax, output tax and input tax credit which comes as under. Input tax. What is input tax? Tax paid on purchases. See here, add these three. 2 plus 6 plus 8. Sir, 2 plus 6, 8. And this 8 plus 1,17,500. What is 1,17,500? Sum of all these things. So total